Morning, welcome. My name is Nikki. This is a low impact, so neighbour friendly, weighted HIIT circuit. I've got for you today 10 exercises which are targeting shoulders, biceps, triceps, backs, a little bit of tummy work with that, glutes, legs. You're going to need a couple of weights. My recommendation, if you've got actual physical weights, is a couple of maybe like 1 to 2 kilo weights and a couple of 2.5 to 3.5 kilo weights. You may want to go heavier, okay? You may want to go lighter. If you haven't got actual weights, just use household objects, things like heavy books, backpacks full of things, whatever you've got that's going to give you some resistance training. The key here is you're in charge of how tough this workout is going to be. So regardless of what weight you're doing, I want you to really focus on your technique. If you find that it's just far too easy and you've got other weights lying around, grab them to make it tougher so you've got more intensity, more resistance. If on the other hand, you're finding actually you're really struggling with this exercise, then reduce your weights. Even body weight is fine for a lot of them, because that way you're going to get good training results all the same. So we've got these 10 exercises. We're going to do them in batches of 2, and we're going to do them in 4-minute blocks. So we're going to do them 30 seconds one exercise, 30 seconds the other, and then repeat that. So in total, we've done 2 minutes training. Small warm up, small cool down, everything done in 30 minutes. Sound a plan? Let's begin. Let's just start on shoulder rolls just to begin. That's it. And sound the other way. There's going to be mobilization into the arms. You're going to make it a little bit bigger now, so as you take it forward, just exaggerate these moves. I seem to chop my head off, don't I? I'm just going to alternate the camera slightly so you can actually see a little bit more. That's better. And this side. Okay, so one arm up and the other side. Okay, tipping your feet nice and wide. Weights in your heels, just squat down and up. That's it. So knees tracking along with the toes, chest is lifted, abdominals braced. Good, sink on down. Couple more minutes, couple more reps of this. That's it. I'm just going to inch one forward to a plank. So lifting your chest up, you squat, you walk forward to a plank position, you walk back, you squat and you stand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The options here, you can always come down onto your knees. Okay. You can also, if you have any low blood pressure, just stick with squats here, just standing here. So just continue that for a few more times. All the way down, all the way up. And again, coming up now. One more time, come forward and come back. All right, we're going to start our training. So grab yourself 2 with your heavier weights, 30 seconds, first one, then the next one. We're going to start in 8 seconds time. So big shoulder roll, we're going to deadlift for our first exercise. Okay, weight is in your heels. 3, 2, 1. You sit down to your knees, you stand yourself up. So your butt sits back, but your back stays straight by looking about, reach your head of you down on the floor. Okay, so you're doing this, keep your feet hip distance. Okay, and try and push the weight into your thighs as you're doing this. 10 more seconds. Okay, so quick transition in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stack your weights together, or one way only. We have a squat press. Okay, so keeping the weight close to your collarbone. You always want to see it in your eye line. So if you were to glance up, you would see it here, okay? Now my feet are chopped off in the camera angle today, but if I come back, you can see they're grounded down on the floor. 12 more seconds. If for whatever reason you don't want to elevate your heart rate so much by lifting the weight up, you can just hold it here at your collarbone in 3, 2, 1, back to our deadlift. So come on down and up. Now this is a great exercise for stretching through to your hamstrings, but really it's about targeting the back strength. So you're going to start to feel this in the back as you continue to move. Nearly halfway. Okay, at the end of each 4-minute block, we've got a 30-second recovery. You can take water in that time. If you feel like you don't need the recovery, you can continue some more squats. 3, 2, 1, squat press. So squat, press. That's it. Nice and high. Whew. So every time, wiggle your toes maybe, that way you know your weight is towards the back of the body and the centre of gravity. It's just what we want, because what we want to try and avoid doing is bringing the weight forward like this. We keep our chest lifted. 10 more seconds. Push it nice and high. Brace your abdominals tight, support your back. 3, 2, 1. Set number 3, the deadlift. So come on back down. Good. That's it. Now I changed the camera earlier deliberately for that, but I'm going to change it again just to make sure. Okay, so just remember, eyes good, about an inch ahead of you. Push that weight deep into the thighs and back again. Knuckles always facing forward. 3, 2, 1. Squat overhead press. Good. Now, if you want to get into your outer thighs more, you can take a heel toe wider. That way, you're going to really feel it here as you do so. Instead, if you want to target the quads with the front part, you keep your feet narrower together in a narrow squat. So loads of choices here. 10 more seconds. Now, it's great to go fast here because that's going to help lift your heart rate. What you also want to do is focus on the depth. 1 more second. We're back into our deadlift. Last time through. Whew. Good. So remember, you've got a recovery coming in just under a minute's time. Okay, you're going to pop the chest forward as you stand up here. 15 seconds left. 10 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat overhead press. Okay, so remember, it's about the depth. Okay, you want to go down to push up. Lovely. Okay, coming up to the halfway point. 15 more seconds for here. So feel this work in your shoulders, in your upper back, in your glutes and thighs. And your heart should be beating nice and fast if you've got a good weight here. 4, 3, 2, 1. 30-second recovery. Grab yourself some water. Now, if you don't feel like you need a recovery at this point, you can stick with squats, either with or without a weight. You can hold it collarbone. If you want, you can keep doing the overhead press. It's really up to you how challenging you want to make this one. My recommendation for the next set of exercises is to go slightly lighter on the weights, do a lot of shoulder work with them. So 5 seconds. Grab your weights, take your right leg back. We've got a lunge with a side fly. So take it out and here, okay? Arms up in line with the shoulders, they're going no higher. That's good. Now if you're starting to fatigue, we should probably not after 3 reps, but as the exercises continue, you can always do one arm at a time, okay? With the legs, your weight is going straight down. You find your weight's coming forward, and take a bigger step back. Nice lunge position here. 8 more seconds. Okay, in 5 seconds, we're going to step in, change legs. We're going to forward raise as we lunge on the other leg. So left leg back, arms reach forward to shoulder height. That's it. Okay, so you want to try and get your front thigh parallel to the floor as you do this exercise. Okay, again with the arms, you're only stopping in line with the shoulders. You don't want to go too high. If you start lifting it here, it becomes much easier because you're just working with momentum. Okay, you want to keep the front abdominals, the chest muscles engaged throughout. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Step in and change. That's good. So it's a little balance test too, okay? Brace your abdominals tight. Pull your shoulder blades back. That's going to help with your posture here. Half time. See if you can bend a little deeper into the lunge, taking your knee close to the floor but never quite touching. 6 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step in, change, the forward raise. Now with this exercise, the further you take the arms away from the body, the more intense the resistance becomes, okay? That's why this is quite challenging. Again, at any time, you can do one arm at a time, gives you a little recovery. You can even just lose the arms entirely, focus on the legs, okay? So the key thing is what we're going to do with the legs as much as the arms. 6 more seconds. We're coming up to halfway through this block. 3, 2, 1. Step in, change. That's it. Woo. Okay, so just focus on what you're feeling in the body now. You should be feeling this in your upper back as you do these exercises. Heart should be beating nice and fast too. 8 more seconds. Started to really rain heavy here actually. I wonder what it's like when you're doing the exercise. Step in, change, and again we go forward. All right, so the HIIT part's coming from the fact we've got very short breaks. We're trying to keep the intensity up for the 4 minutes. And of course, whatever resistance you're using is going to be where the challenge comes today. Repetitive moves, 10 more seconds. Keep it going. That's it, so all the front abdominals and the chest at work. 3, 2, 1. Step in, last minute. Let's take it away. Okay, if you're starting to lose your balance, just push your weight into your front heel, okay? That will really help with the stability. And try to get that front thigh parallel to the floor. Remember, you can lose the arms if they're really starting to ache. Just take a couple of reps out. And when you're feeling good, maybe add one arm or both arms, it's all good. 7 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final 30 seconds. Big step back. Make your lunge nice and deep. And continue here. That's it. So your arms are staying parallel in line with each other. Remember, no higher than the shoulder, okay? It's tempting to do so. If you're struggling to get the weights high, so we're stopping mid-chest, they're a little bit too heavy, you need to lose them. All right, keep it going. 8 more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. Take a nice break here. All right, we're going back to our heavier weights. We're doing biceps and a little bit back work. So it's really important you stay hydrated. It helps you optimum performance in terms of the workout you're doing, also helps with your muscle recovery afterwards. 10 seconds. Set yourself up. Weight in each hand, knuckles facing outwards. We rotate to a bicep curl. So with the bicep, turn your knuckles towards the front. They almost, but not quite, touch the shoulders. And your body stays still, okay? What I see a lot, and what you might be finding you're doing, is this, which kind of feels good yourself, way too easy. You've got to keep your body still. So knees soft so they're not locked. Extend the arms all the way down the side of the body. 6 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, dead row. So stay down and row here, okay? You're pulling your elbows not just upwards, but diagonally behind. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together as we target into our back muscles here. Now, if this becomes too much, you can always take a little rest by doing single dead rows instead of staying down. Okay, you've got lots of choices here, so this is the choice. Small recovery if you want that here. Okay, 7 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, bicep curl. Again, if you want, you can always take one leg back for stability. It's up to you, or some of them, feet under hips. Yeah, so just imagine right now, we're in the gym, we're looking really cool in the weight section. Yeah, we've got attitude, we're just looking around. We've got our weights and we know we're working it well. So 8 more seconds. That's it. Rotate those plates. 3, 2, 1. The repeated dead rows. Knees, hips, that's it. Keep your knuckles facing forward here and squeeze those elbows. Not the elbow, squeeze your shoulder blades into the spine like you're trying to kiss and wrap around it. Good. Again, if you start to fatigue, the other option is just one arm at a time. It's a nice alternative here. So you're pulling diagonally back, remember. 7 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half time, bicep curl, let's go. Okay, maybe if you've taken one leg back, take the other leg back this time. This is halfway through our workout, okay? We've done 2 whole blocks, or halfway through this one, we've got another 2 whole blocks to go afterwards. Okay, your choice, you can always switch around. Okay, keep that body still. If you're starting to rock, really focus, abdominals braced. Freeze everything apart from what's going on in the arms. 3, 2, 1, dead rows. Down we go. So you remember the option, you can, if you like, single dead row. If you're doing that, squeeze your glutes as you stand up, lift the chest proud. Okay, that's it. Whew. All right, half time. If you can, stay down, maintain that intensity so you're getting more reps in the time that we've got. Again, you might want to lift your toes up here, make sure the weight is in the heels, that way you know you've got the right posture for this exercise. 3, 2, 1, stand up, last set of bicep curls. The last exercise for the front of the arms. I have bad news. The next 4 minutes, all about the triceps. Now they are a small muscle down the back of the arms. We like them to be toned. We want to avoid the chicken wings, but my goodness, will it hurt? So 10 more seconds. You can do this. Keep that technique strong. Rotate the plates all the way forward. 3, 2, 1. Dead rows last time. 30 seconds. Then we get a little break. So squeezing here every time. That's it. Good. Bring your weight forward, okay? That way it engages your core muscles more. Also helps you really work the back. And obviously, you can just trust your balance. You're not going to fall forward. 8 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Big shoulder roll here. Place your weights down. As usual, this is your opportunity. If you want to have a drink, have it now. If you feel like you don't need a rest, or if you want a bit of a stretch out, you can always give yourself a little back stretch. Okay, you can always bring the arms out for the biceps, little pulses. If you want to just do some squats, still good with me. In 8 seconds time, we are doing our triceps. So my recommendation is go lighter. You might not want to, but you may pay the price. 3, 2, 1, tricep dips, all right? So with this one, I'm going to kneel down slightly. Your elbows are glued in against the ears, okay? What's really tempting is to do this, all right? Which suddenly feels a lot easier, but it's kind of cheating. So really focus on keeping your elbows facing forward. The weight itself touches the nape of your neck, okay? So stick with this one. You've got 8 more seconds. You can have a leg back possibility too if you like. 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight in each hand, elbows bent. You're then pulling back like this, okay? So it's a very small exercise. You either have your feet under hips, you can take one leg back, it doesn't matter. Okay, but just focus. The only thing moving is from the elbows down to the wrist. Nothing else should be moving the whole body. 12 more seconds. If it becomes too much, again, you can always do a couple on one arm and a couple on the other. 5 more seconds. Keep it going. All right, extend as far as you can. 3, 2, 1. Stack your weights. Overhead press. Good. So you can vary up the speed here. You might want to do some pulses towards the bottom. Okay, I'm doing a triple pulse at the minute. Hopefully you can just about see. Okay, your other option is to do slow. So we could, for example, go a bit slow on the way down, slow on the way up. But varying the speeds for the exercises, you're using like both the fast and slow muscle fibers. It's a good way of just really toning the entire muscles. Let's go. Back to this one. So knees bent, take it forward. So just trust your weight. Okay, as you come forward, it's going to help you. Try not to hunch. I know my t-shirt looks a bit like I'm hunching up. I'm promising I'm trying not to. Actually do this, okay? So bring it in. Option, remember, one arm at a time, absolutely fine. Except it's always going to hurt, right? And if it's really becoming too much, you can always lose it entirely. Just focus on body weight. Still going to get a good toning exercise here as well. Back to our tricep dips, half time. Hey. Woo. Good. I always struggle a bit, with the camera angle for this, because when you set up a live thing, it gives you a very, very quick, like 3-second countdown to take a picture. And that's it, and then you're live. So there's not always the best opportunity to get the best angle, but hopefully this is fine. All right, 4 more seconds. I'll step back a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Feet hip distance. Let's get this. Okay, penultimate time for this awful, awful exercise. That's it. So have your knuckles facing out. Try and keep those elbows lifted. Okay, you're going to try and not rock the body. It's just the extension that's happening here. Okay, you're really going to feel this in this part of the body. Choice as usual. One arm is absolutely fine. Okay, so it does look a bit funny from the front in that angle. Appreciate that, but it's obviously what we're trying to do here with this. 2 more seconds. 1 more second. Hey, last time. Triceps. Let's get it done. Ugh. All right, so remember, as it starts to fatigue, it's now really tempting to let those elbows go out. We are not going to let that happen. Keep them nice and close. Half time, 15 seconds to go. Oh, the bad news in 10 seconds, we've got to do that awful tricep extension again. But the good news, it's the last set. So let's make it count. 3, 2, 1. Grab your weights, weight forward. Let's begin. Hey. Good. Okay, so as you're getting tired, you're probably feeling like you don't want to extend it quite as far. Just push through that. I know you can do it, okay? We're nearly halfway through this particular set. Ooh, breathing all the time, 12 more seconds. 8, 7, getting there. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, don't stop. Now we stop. Right, shake that. Your choices, your stretches, water, whatever you need. Personally, I'm going for the tricep stretch. So pull one ear in towards, so pull one arm in towards the ear. Your option, if you like, is to hold on to the fingertips. It's going to give you a nice deep stretch here, but don't mark your fingers won't stretch. You haven't got the flexibility. Not a problem. Other side. Put it in, nice stretch here. Okay, final 2 exercises. You need a medium to heavy weight or 2 weights stacked for this one. Let's go. We have side lunges, holding at collarbone. So as we shift over, we lift the toes, our chest stays lifted, okay? So it's nice and slow, this one. This is the first option. Option 2, if you want to bring a forward press, you can bring it in each time you're doing this, okay, to engage the chest muscles a little bit more. But what I really want you to do is feel the stretch here in your inner thighs and go low, okay? But keeping that chest up, so you're going low by bending the knees. 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Step in, squat, push, okay? So you're lifting your heart rate this time. Back stays straight. Look about a meter ahead of you. Weight to the floor, weight to the ceiling. Yeah. Good. Push that nice and high. Let's go back, bend your knees, okay? So you've got to keep your back straight. That's where we look about a meter ahead of us. Try not to curve that back. 8 more seconds. Good. It's good practice is for reaching down and picking something up off the floor. 3, 2, 1. Back, feet wide. Let's rotate. That's it. So just roll on the heels as you do so. Remember, you can, if you want, introduce that push. Again, if you find that the weight is pushing down, it's too heavy, okay? You can hold it like this if you prefer. Do no weights as well. Absolutely fine with me. So lots of choices. 3, 2, 1. Squat press. Down, up. Hey! Okay, so remember, your back is straight, and then you reach up tall. Back straight, reach up. Okay, what's really tempting sometimes is to kind of collapse down. We don't want to do that. We want to get the bend in our knees. Half time. Keep it going. Woo. If you want even more, you can even try pushing up onto your toes as you lift the weight above. Okay, so it's going to work into your calves a little bit more. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Back we go. Half time. Last 2 minutes of training today. Good. Now we've built in lots of recoveries today. That's really to help this be kind of an accessible class to beginners and everyone all the way through, but that's why I've also given you options. So if you want to keep up that intensity and have shorter breaks or no break at all, just train all the way through, that's absolutely fine, okay? So you pick the level that works for you today. Last 2 seconds. 1, let's go. Squat and reach. With or without the heel raise. Yeah. Okay, maybe that weight's not challenging enough for you. Maybe you need to grab more. This is the time. Doesn't matter, right? You lose a couple of reps, but then you're pushing the intensity for the rest of the set. 15 seconds to go. Nice. Woo! These kind of ones that lift the heart rate are a good feel-good exercise too, right? They lift our happy endorphins. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Back we go. Okay, so now, now I drop that weight. Back to this one, okay? Go nice and low. Take the feet nice and wide. Sink into the stretch. Okay, it's got to engage your core muscles here because it's tempting to bring your weight forward, okay? Try not to do that. Make sure we can read everything that's on your t-shirt. Elbows in nice in place. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last chance for these squats. Let's go heavy. Down and up, yeah. And when you're ready, try it up on the toes. Extra work here. Bend your knees, sink nice and high. Ooh, 15 seconds to go. Good. Okay, if that's difficult for your balance, keep your heels grounded. Just focus. Bend low in the squat, push high in the press. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Great work. Okay, we're going to stretch that one out. Shoulder rolls here. So keep your feet moving. Okay, depending on your weight, you might have really felt that in the legs for that last exercise. We bring the arm across for the shoulder stretch, putting it in close towards the body. And then the other side. Okay, that's nice. Again for the triceps, pull the arm in towards the ear. And the other side here. Hopefully you've got a nice little sweat on from that. Maybe if it wasn't challenging enough for you, see what else you've got around the house. If you've got extra weights, add some resistance and make it count for you. Take your hands wide, thumbs are facing up, pulse backwards. Sometimes it also depends like what time of day it is you're doing your workout. It's fine, sometimes I feel strongest late morning. That's my optimum time for the best weight that I can lift. All right, step your feet nice and wide, shift your weight over to the left. Okay, push your knee here. You can, if you like, reach down for the stretch or just hold it. You're getting a nice stretch here in your adductors. Good, stretching over to the other side, transfer your weight. This is a nice one. Okay, when you're ready, weight in both heels, legs are straight. Drop your hands down towards the floor. Doesn't matter if they're hanging, they're reaching flat. Just enjoy the stretch around all the way up the back of the legs. You may prefer just to hang the arms, rock side to side. It really doesn't matter. Hold this a moment longer because this is a lovely stretch now for the hamstrings. Okay, coming up, walking your feet in nice and close. Grab one foot, knees together, quad stretch here. That's it. If you lose your balance, it's a little tip. Put your tongue on top of the mouth. It's meant to help you with your stability here. Generally, I find it's focusing on a spot, talking, distracting myself, breathing in is a good way of balance here. Okay, other side. That's it. The other thing you can do is if you've got something near you, like a chair or cabinet or something, you can always hold on to that. That will help your balance as well. Okay, rounding into the back, arch your back, interlace the hands, just look down towards the floor, knees are soft. A lovely stretch into your upper back here. Okay, take your elbows into your knees, push your knees outwards, drop your head down, feel the stretch more in the mid to lower back. Okay, rolling yourself up slowly so you don't feel dizzy. Place one foot on top of the other thigh, foot is flexed, bend your knees, sink down, feel the stretch in your glute muscles here. Good. And then step up, other side, flex the foot, sink nice and low. Good. Okay, into our hip flexors. Step one leg back, knee nice and close to the floor, push your hip forward, reach the opposite arm up. So if you've got your right leg forward, your left arm is up to the ceiling. And then step in, change sides. Big step back, knee bent, reach up tall. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you have lots of water after this as well. Take your hands, small part into the palms into the small of the back, pull your elbows backwards, stretch tall, stand proud. Okay, I'll see you next Tuesday morning at 8:45. You can also find me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Nikki Workouts. Let me know if you want more weight exercises, more low impact, and a bit cardio. Tell me what you fancy, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.